Captain Zethkar of the Hegemony vessel. Crimson Talon had conquered 17 star systems in his illustrious career. The reptilian warrior's scales bore the ritual scars of victory, each mark representing a world brought under hegemony rule. Today, he expected to add the 18th. "Sir, we're approaching the border of what the locals call human space," reported Navigation Officer Vexilon, her 4 eyes scanning the holographic display. No significant military presence detected on long-range sensors. Zethkar's mandibles clicked with amusement. The Galactic database listed humans as a recently spacefaring species, barely 3 centuries since their first interstellar flight. Their technology was primitive by hegemony standards, their weapons laughably outdated. Intelligence suggested they possessed only a handful of colony worlds, scattered and poorly defended. "Maintain course," Zethkar commanded. "Deploy standard. Intimidation formation. These humans will surrender before we even need to fire a shot." The Crimson Talon and her escort fleet crossed the invisible boundary marked by humanity's territorial claims. Almost immediately, proximity alarms began, chiming across the bridge. "Sir!" Tactical Officer Krendak's voice cracked with confusion. "I'm reading. Thousands of objects materializing around us. They weren't there a moment ago." Zethkar's head snapped toward the main display, where empty space had existed moments before. The void now crawled with human vessels, not the primitive craft their intelligence had described, but sleek, angular ships that seemed to bend light around their hulls. They moved with predatory grace, positioning themselves in a perfect, 3-dimensional net around the hegemony fleet. "Impossible," Zethkar hissed. "Our sensors would have detected them." A communication signal pierced through their encrypted channels with disturbing ease. The face that appeared on their screen belonged to a human female, her dark skin marked with cybernetic implants that pulsed with soft blue light. Her smile was polite, but her eyes held the cold calculation of a seasoned predator. "Greetings, Captain Zethkar of the Hegemony," she said, her voice carrying an unsettling warmth. "I'm Admiral Sarah Chen of the Terran Defense Network. You've just entered human space without permission. Your primitive sensors cannot—" Zethkar began. "Oh, we know all about your fleet," Admiral Chen interrupted smoothly. 47 vessels, including 3 dreadnoughts. Impressive force for crushing Stone Age civilizations. Unfortunately for you, humans stopped being Stone Age about 3,000 years ago." Krendak's claws trembled over his console. "Sir, I'm counting over 8,000 human vessels. They're everywhere. Above, below, surrounding us completely." "You have 2 options," Admiral Chen continued, her tone never losing its pleasant cadence. "Turn around and leave immediately, or we'll provide you with a very educational demonstration of why no one enters human space uninvited." Zethkar's pride flared. The hegemony had never retreated from a lesser species. "You dare threaten the might of the hegemony? We have conquered worlds when your species was still playing with fire and sharp sticks," Admiral Chen finished. "Yes, we know. We've heard that speech before. The Vorthon Collective said something similar right before we glassed their invasion fleet. The Krillian Empire was equally confident until we turned their homeworld's moon into an asteroid field." "Shall I continue the list?" The bridge fell silent except for the nervous clicking of hegemony claws on control surfaces. Zethkar's tactical display showed impossible readings, human ships that registered as empty space until they chose to reveal themselves, weapons signatures that defied known physics, energy readings that suggested technology centuries beyond, anything in the galactic database. Your intelligence is outdated by about 200 years, Admiral Chen explained conversationally. See, humans have this unfortunate habit of rapid technological advancement when threatened. We went from barely surviving on one world to establishing the most sophisticated defense network in the galaxy in less than 3 centuries. We learned from every species that tried to conquer us, absorbed their technology, improved upon it. A new voice crackled over the comm, male with an accent Zethkar couldn't identify. Admiral, the hegemony captain's bio readings suggest he's about to do something stupid. Shall we power up the quantum disruptors? Not yet, Commander Rodriguez, Admiral Chen replied. I think Captain Zethkar is intelligent enough to make the right choice. Aren't you, Captain? Zethkar stared at the tactical display. His 47 ships were outnumbered nearly 200 to 1. Worse, preliminary scans of the human vessels showed shielding technology that could deflect their most powerful weapons and weapon systems that could punch through hegemony armor like tissue paper. This is impossible, he whispered. The database said. The database is propaganda, Admiral Chen said gently. Maintained by species who've never actually fought humans and survived to give accurate reports. We let certain misconceptions persist. It helps us identify potential threats early. Navigation Officer Vexilon's voice was barely audible. Sir, I'm detecting massive energy buildups throughout the human fleet. Whatever they're powering up, it's beyond our sensors' ability to measure. Admiral Chen's image leaned forward slightly. Captain, I'm going to share something with you that might help your decision. In the past 50 years, 37 different species have attempted to invade human space. Would you like to know how many succeeded? Zethkar's throat worked soundlessly. 0, Admiral Chen said softly. Not one. And would you like to know how many of those fleets made it home to report their failure? The bridge was completely silent now. Also 0, Admiral Chen continued. You see, Captain, humans have a very simple policy regarding uninvited guests. We call it the one-way journey protocol. You're welcome to test it, but I should warn you. The journey only goes in one direction, and the destination isn't particularly pleasant. Zethkar looked around his bridge at the faces of his crew. These were hardened warriors who had faced impossible odds before, but now he saw something he'd never seen in their eyes. Fear. Pure rational terror of an enemy they had completely underestimated. Turn us around, he commanded quietly. Sir? Krendak asked. Turn us around, Zethkar roared. Full retreat! All ships, immediate withdrawal from human space. Admiral Chen's smile grew warmer. Wise choice, Captain. Safe travels, and please do share your experience with the Hegemony High Command. We'd hate for them to make the same mistake. As the Hegemony fleet fled at maximum velocity, Admiral Chen settled back in her command chair. Around her, thousands of human vessels began fading back into invisibility, returning to their patient vigil at the borders of human space. Another satisfied customer, Commander Rodriguez observed dryly. Admiral Chen nodded. Indeed. And, Captain, Zethkar will spread the word. Sometimes the best victory is the battle you never have to fight. In the depths of space, the invisible sentinels resumed their watch, waiting for the next uninvited guest to learn why crossing into human space. Uninvited was truly a one-way journey, one way out, if they were very, very lucky.